Yo. All right. I'm finally starting. Mute that. I'm finally starting Video Game Timeline, a series I've been wanting to start for a while, where I will be going through all of the games, noteworthy games, that have been released throughout every generation, from commercially successful AAA to notorious titles, the noted as like the worst games ever created. Um, uh, Popular indie games, cult classics, and playing at least an hour of them. If I can beat it in under an hour, then we will move on quicker than an hour. We won't just stick to one game. If I'm also like, especially with these like older games, these very, very difficult games, if I get like very, very frustrated with it, I'll probably hop off of it. And if I am really interested in it, I will probably make a game into its own series if I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, just get things set up. We're starting with Pong, of course, the very first commercially successful game. Turns out this is a multiplayer only game, so I'm just going to be playing with myself. It really did not cross my mind that this game does not have AI. There is no computer player that you can play against. So yeah, we have, fortunately, a collection of Atari games. Atari 50 that I'll play it through, and the next game. So we'll probably spend like what? I don't know if there's even a limit. Oh yeah, especially for these older games, I'll probably just do one level and call it I beat the game, because usually it just repeats itself, so there really is no end to some of these arcade games. Here, is my mouse gonna show up? Oh yeah. Get my speaker going. I forgot to turn that on. So yeah, I was doing this one on my own as well, just like uh FNAF Game Jolt Journey, but this will give me a reason to actually like get to it, because I do want to try out these games. And at first, when I was doing it on my own, I was like, okay, I'm going to complete every single one of these games. But then I realized I will probably die before that, so let's speed it up a little bit, huh? Okay, so I have to use two controllers for this because the control scheme for this game is very finicky. Okay, at least it's not like it would scroll over to the right side and I couldn't move anything, so luckily this is working. It says Y to play, but that's not the button that's working. I think it's bumper, trigger, X. A, okay. Damn, look at those graphics. This was revolutionary at a time. I mean, there was nothing like it, so. Okay, so I think to start the game I have to press bumper. Nope, that's to pause the game. Other bumper, there we go. And we're just going, okay. Damn, right side sucks. Oh, well. There we go. Riveting. So this could just happen, I assume, because this is supposed to be an emulated version of this. It is making it very fast, though. But, you know, since this is boring, I'm sure people have done this. So let's. So I'm not sure how high the score can get. We shall see. I did not put my timer, shoot. I'm just going to use my phone. If you want to see a timer on the screen, let me know. Let me pause for a second and do that. I will probably use the save and load function for single player games to try and, you know, see at least to when the loop starts. Or like if something is if it's just one level and then it loops from the first level and it's just extremely difficult, I will definitely use the save and load function to help me out. That way I could attempt to complete the game. Well, it's only, I was about to say especially for these older titles, but the older titles in the collections are the only ones that usually have save and load functions because of how egregiously difficult some of them are. Clock. And we'll set the alarm for, not alarm, timer for 1 hour. Doesn't really matter for this game because... Oh, well. Left side's falling off. Yep, this game was the first to... Oh, wow. We'll just go above that. That's rude. First video game. Created the first era... Oh, shit, because it got faster. The first era of gamers. And this was absolutely insane. Holy shit! Look at the capabilities. We're living in the future. Really not sure how. Well, it doesn't end at 10. I'll go to like 30, I guess. Or maybe 20, depending on how well I play against myself. Basically, left hand versus right hand. Right hand might have the advantage. I don't know why. Well. Riveting. Look at him go. Look at that pixel. Fucking got him. Uh-oh. I put it frame perfect. I can't move anymore. Wait, can I do this? Okay, good. Well, that was just unfair. I can't go up from there. That was also unfair. But yeah, it's not only going to be commercially... Okay, it's 15. I had a feeling that was the case. Yippee, right hand one. I'm such a gamer. Anyways, it's not going to be commercially successful. Be absolute flops as well. It's also why I don't want to subject myself to just to more than 1 hour, because I would most certainly not be supporting a flop. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on. I have to change the title or the game for no. YouTube can stay because it's still Atari 50. This is being changed to Breakout. Moving on to Breakout, which is the answer to... See, the gamers back then clearly knew what was up because they wanted a single-player version of Breakout. Why do I gotta play with people? I don't got friends. So yeah, the answer to that was Breakout, which doesn't seem to have the 1970s version of Breakout on here. So I guess I will just choose the 2000s version. Since I didn't see Atari 50 on YouTube. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's only really one level and then it just repeats itself, so we'll try to beat one level. Some of these, like I said, I started this on my own, so some of these I have played. And I remember Breakout being very annoying. Use... I believe... Oh yeah, forgot to mention. Pong is probably not the very first video game ever created, but... Yeah, like it said, while Pong was not the first arcade game, it was the first successful one. This is the first arcade game, but it's more like a... I think it was more like a... Where are you going? Yeah, it was more like an attraction. They don't even allow you to play it in this. So yeah. I don't know what the controls are supposed to be. Maybe you just... I think you just fly around, and that's it. In space. There seems to be a scoring system, but I don't know. Anyways, we're Space Race, but this is even playable. Oh yeah, Home Pong. Right, I think that's the... I think the Magnavox Odyssey was the very first home console. But yeah, let's play Breakout. This... What was that about Steve Jobs? Anyways. Okay, so this... Which button to insert the coin, and then the right bumper? I don't know what the hell's going on with the control scheme. With sound. But yeah, this was the answer to a single-player version of Pong. Trying to do my best without using the saves. But this gets faster and faster, so... And the paddle is not very big. And I believe there's 3 lives. I did not start the timer. That's fine. When games were simpler. Not that I don't like a complicated game. See? Done. Resume this bumper. When it gets faster, I'm going to start using saves. 'Cause, quite frankly, this is not very fun at this point in time. I've been what's the word I would use? Man, I cannot think of the word. Spoiled. I've been spoiled with better games of my time, so I don't really want to spend an hour on this game, so yeah. Unfortunately, it goes right through the blocks going down, so it's not hitting any other block. I don't know if it's the very first frame, but yeah, that'd make this a lot more frustrating. Well, I suck. They knew. Keep cursor memory on the save button. Or keep cursor memory, I should say. Save there, because this is going really fast, goodness gracious. Yeah. Save whenever it gets really fast. If it's going as slow as this and I mess up, then I deserve it. Oh my goodness. What the fuck, bro? Uh-oh. Okay, a little more to the left there. Over here. Yeah. We keep this here. Interesting. So the save and load function keeps my paddle where it keeps the paddle in the same spot. That's useful. So a little more like left, yeah. A little more left. Damn it. Brother. Okay, now it's working. But let's save. Here it comes. Wait, it's tiny. What the fuck? Coin eater. That's stupid. I mean, that's the point. It's to get you to put more coins in. Like right here? Goodness. Good. Not good. I'm gonna save anyway. Just need to find the right spot, which is a little more here. Okay, save. Save simulator. Uh-oh. What? Like here? Yes. Actually, isn't that a bad spot? Yeah. I need to, like, move a little bit. So it hops, so it bounces a different way. Yeah. There's truly only has one level because... they're making it this difficult to beat. And it's only the first level. Come on. Isn't it just going to bounce the same way? Right here? Nope, just going to bounce the same way. Move it over just a smidgen. Save? Nope. Load. Isn't that just gonna... load. I don't think I have a choice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a choice. This shit sucks. Oh my god. I just needed to bounce a different way. There we go. Save. Please tell me that goes and hits something. Finally. Save. Is that just gonna... No, it does. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna hit. Ah, oh, come on. No. Hit that darn thing. It's impossible. Ah! Yes. Well, yep, just loops. See what my final score is. $868. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, that's Breakout. The single player Pong hasn't aged considerably well. I wonder if anybody has. Oh, well, I'm sure. Because if people can break Tetris, there's no way that this is not impossible to just beat. I wonder. I guess my question should be, what's the world record? How far? How far have people gone? Anyways, let's move on to the final game of the day. It's going to be in two parts. It's still going to be, I guess I'll do an hour of each of them. Maybe 30 minutes and then longer of the next part. I will decide. Maybe I'll just do the whole thing. But Colossal Cave Adventure, the very first text-based adventure game. Move to 1 moment, please. Put that. I'm gonna need this later for other Atari games. Basically ruled gaming for a bit. But yeah, Colossal Cave Adventure is the very first text-based adventure. And then, after, we will be playing the 3D remake, visual remake of the game. I have the VR version, so we're going to be playing in VR. Colossal Cave Adventure, 1976. Who wants to hear a bedtime story? That down. I found it for browser, so that's how we're going to play it. Adventure. There we go. I'm going to be actually using a walkthrough for this because I'm curious how, because it still follows a point system where you go through the adventure and you look for different like artifacts and you get points towards it. I believe the highest score you can get is 360 on the original version. There are different versions. There's a 1976 and 1977 version. I think 1977 had more points. 350. Right? I think so. So yeah. I'm just going to go through this and then see how... I'm sure it's going to be pretty much one-to-one, but using a walkthrough meant for the text version, we're going to just use that one to complete the VR version. Bit of RNG to this with a dwarf and pirates. Don't remember how it works. But yeah, let's do this. Please answer the question. Would you like instructions? Please answer. Why is that doing like 3 times? No. You're standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. East. You are inside a building, a well house for a large spring. There are some keys on the ground here. There's a shiny brass lamp nearby. There is tasty food here. There's a bottle of water here. I don't think get all works. I don't understand that yet. So we will just keys. Get keys. Okay. Get lamp. Get food. Get bottle. Now we'll go west. Standing at the end. Yeah. We'll go south. You're in a valley in the forest beside a stream tumbling along a rocky bed. At your feet, all the water of the stream splashes into a 2-inch slit in a rock. Downstream, the stream bed is bare rock. Do not have the timer going because I am a forgetful idiot. South again. You're in a 20-foot depression floored with bare dirt. Set into the dirt, strong steel grate mounted in concrete. A dry stream bed leads into the depression. The grate is locked. Unlock grate with keys. Grate is now unlocked. Open grate. It was already unlocked. Okay, I don't need to open it. Down. You are in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inward to the west. The grate is open. West. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. There was a dim light at the east end of the passage. There was a small wicker cage discarded nearby. Get cage. And go west. It is now pitch black. If you proceed, you will likely fall into a pit. Light lamp. The lamp is not on. You're in a debris room filled with stuff washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged with mud and debris here. An awkward canyon leads upward and west. A note on the wall says, magic word, ZZ. A 3-foot black rod with a rusty star on an end lies nearby. I'm just going to go west. You're in an awkward sloping east-west canyon. You are in a splendid chamber 30 feet high. The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. An awkward canyon and a good passage exit from east and west sides of the chamber. A cheerful little bird is sitting here singing. Get bird. West. At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of white mist. An east passage ends here except for a small crack leading on. Thank you, sir, for subscribing, Sleepy Sheep. Much appreciated. Small crack leading on. An east passage ends here except for a small crack leading on. Rough stone steps lead down the pit. We went west, got the bird, and we'll go down. You are at one end of a vast hall stretching forward out of sight to the west. There are openings to either side. Nearby, a wide stone staircase leads downward. The hallway The hall is filled with wisps of white mist swaying to and fro, almost as if alive. Cold wind blows up the staircase. There is a passage at the top of the dome behind you. Rough stone steps lead up the dome. South. This is a low room with a crude note on the wall. The note says, "You won't get it up the steps." There's a large sparkling nugget of gold here. Get nugget. North. Yeah, we just went back to this. We'll go north. You're in the hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in all directions. A huge green fierce snake bars the way. Drop bird. The little bird attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away. Okay. Get bird. North. You're in a low north-south passage at a hole in the floor. The hole goes down to an east-west passage. There are bars of silver here. Let's drop the keys. Get silver. Go north. You are in a large room with a passage to the south, a passage to the west, and a wall of broken rock to the east. There is a large Y2 on the rock in the room's center. A hollow voice says, "Plug. Plug." You're inside a building, a well house for a large spring. Drop silver. Drop nugget. Drop cage. Drop food. Plug. We're back. Go south. You're in a low north-south passage at a hole in the floor. The hole goes down to, there's some keys on the ground here. Okay, back south. Oh, the Mountain King goes southwest. You're in a secret canyon which here runs east-west. Crosses over a very tight canyon 15 feet below. If you go down, you may not be able to get back up. West. You are in a secret canyon which exits to the north and east. A huge green fierce dragon bars the way. The dragon is sprawled out on a Persian rug. Kill dragon. With what? Your bare hands? Yes. Congratulations! You have just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? Get rug. Okay. East. Secret canyon. If you go down, you may not be able to go back. Okay, let's go. You're at a wide place in a very tight north-south canyon. You're in a tall east-west canyon. A low, tight crawl goes 3 feet north and seems to open up. You're in a room with walls resembling Swiss cheese. Obvious passages go west, east, northeast, and northwest. Part of the room is occupied by a large bedrock block. We're at the east end of a 2-pit room. The floor here is littered with thin rock slabs, which make it easy to descend the pits. There is a path here bypassing the pits to connect passages from east and west. There are holes all over, but the only big one is on the west, directly over the west pit, where you can't get at it. Little dwarf just walked around a corner, saw you, threw a little axe at you, which missed, cursed, and ran away. You're at the west end of a 2-pit room. There's a large hole in the wall. Okay. Well, above the pit. Okay, so when first see dwarf, get axe. From then on. Okay. So that's one of the RNG parts. So we'll get axe. Use that to stave off dwarfs. We went west twice, so down. We're at the bottom of the western pit in a 2-pit room. There is a large hole in the wall about 25 feet above you. There's a tiny little plant in the pit murmuring water. Water. Or water on plant. On plank. The plant spurts into furious growth for a few seconds. You are at the bottom of the western pit. Yeah. Okay, cool. Go up. East. There are holes all over, but the only big one. Did I read all this? The top of the 12-foot tall beanstalk is poking out of the west pit. There was a threatening little dwarf in the room with you. One sharp knife, nasty knife is thrown at you. It misses. You're in a room. Walls resemble switches, so I have to fight off this dwarf, right? Throw axe at dwarf. You attack a little dwarf, but he dodges out of the way. There's a threatening little dwarf. He misses. This is Colossal Cave Adventure. Get axe. Misses. Throw axe. Dwarf. But he dodges. Stop dodging. Luckily, he's missing, so. Brother. I love it here. I believe that there is a set action because I tried to use get all when there was a bunch of stuff in a room and it did not understand the action. There we go. Killed a little dwarf. The body vanished in a cloud of greasy black smoke. Okay, where were we? We went northwest. You have crawled around in a small little hole. In some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You're in the room with a wall resembling Swiss cheese. Oh, I did not pick up the axe. Get axe. Let's pick that back up. I need that. Northwest. This is the Oriental room. Ancient Oriental cave drawings cover the walls. A gently sloping passage leads upward to the north. Another passage leading southeast, and a hands and knees crawling leads west. But there's a delicate, precious Ming vase here. Gonna ignore that for now. Go north. We're following a wide path around the outer edge of the large cavern. Far below, through a heavy white mist, strange splashing noises can be heard. The mist rises up through a fissure in the ceiling. The path exits to the south and west. You're in an alcove. A small northwest path seems to widen after a short distance. An extremely tight tunnel leads east. It looks like a very tight squeeze. An eerie light can be seen at the very end. I don't know that word. What do I have on me? Inventory? Okay, good. I thought I dropped the cage. Drop lantern. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. So my axe is on the floor. Drop cage. Okay, drop bird. I have the bird still. Okay, drop bottle. Get axe. Throw axe at dwarf. Brother. Inventory. Drop rug. East. You're in a small chamber lit by an eerie green light An extremely narrow tunnel exits to the west. A dark corridor leads northeast. There is an emerald here the size of a plover's egg. Get emerald. West. A small northwest path seems to widen after a short distance. Area light can be... Okay. Get lamp. Get bird. You can catch the bird, but you cannot carry it. Well, yeah, I don't know why I had the bird. It did say okay for some reason, so that might have been a bug with this version that's available online. I don't know. I know you could bug this. Get bottle. Get axe. Get rug. Northwest. Little bro won't leave me alone. At least I'm getting lucky with my axe throws. Get axe. Where were we? South. Oriental room. Now we can get the vase. Go southeast. Resembling Swiss cheese. E. You're in the soft room. The walls are covered with heavy curtains. The floor with a thick pile carpet. Moss covers the ceiling. A small velvet pillow lies on the floor. Get pillow. West. There's a threatening little dwarf. The little guys are relentless. In the Swiss cheese room, I went back west, northeast. You're in a bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. To explore at random, select north, south, up, or down. East. You're at a complex junction. A low hands and knees passage from the north joins a higher crawl from the east to make a walking passage going west. There was also a large room above. The air is damp here. Up. You're in a large room full of dusty rocks. There is a big hole in the floor. There are cracks everywhere and a passage leading east. East. You're in a dirty, broken passage. To the east is a crawl. To the west is a large passage. Above you is another passage. Hold on. It says to save. How does one save? Save? Advent 4. Can I even save? Whatever. Up. You're in a low north-south passage at a hole in the floor. The hole goes down to an east-west passage. There are some keys on the ground here. North. You're in a large room with a passage. Y2. Low. Drop pillow. Drop rug. Drop vase. Drop emerald. Fill bottle. Get food. Look. Plover. You're in a small chamber lit with an eerie green light. Okay. So that's where that goes. Northeast. You're in a dark room. Corridor leads south. This corridor leading south is the only exit. A massive stone tablet embedded in the wall reads, "Congratulations on bringing light into the dark room. There is a platinum pyramid here, 8 inches on a side." Okay. Pyramid. South. Plover. Drop pyramid. South, get keys. Down, dirty broken passage. These above you was another passage. West, down, west, west. You're in a room with the resembling Swiss cheese. Yeah. West again. Two pit. Beanstalk, west again. Poking out, down. Arch hole. Beanstalk stretching out of the pit, bellowing water. Pour water on Beanstalk. Oops. Pour. The plant grows explosively, almost filling the bottom of the pit. You're at the bottom of the western pit. Okay. Up. There's a huge beanstalk growing out of the west pit up to a hole east. One second. Okay, sorry about that. Probably gonna get interrupted again. Let's continue. Play on the timer. We're at the east end of the two-pit room. The floor here is littered with thin rock slabs, which make it easy to descend the pits. There was a path here bypassing the pits to connect passages from east and west. There are holes all over, but the only big one is on the wall directly over the west pit, where you can't get at it. A huge beanstalk growing on the west pit. So I went up and east, so we're going down. We're at the bottom of the eastern pit. In the two-pit room, there was a small pool of oil in one corner of the pit. Fill bottle. Bottle's now full of oil. Up. West. Down. There's a gigantic beanstalk stretching all the way up to the hole. We were going to climb the beanstalk. You clamber up the plant and scurry through the hole at the top. You're in a long, narrow corridor stretching out of sight to the west. At the eastern end is a hole through which you can see a profusion of leaves. There are faint rustling noises from the darkness behind you. You're in a giant room. The ceiling is too high up for your lamp to show it. Carnivorous passages lead... carnivorous. Cavernous passages lead east, north, and south. On the west wall is scrawled the inscription, Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum. Oh, Fee, Fi, Fo, Fu. There was a large nest here full of golden eggs. Out of the shadows behind you pounces a bearded pirate. Har har, he chortles. I'll just take all this booty and hide it away with me chest deep in the maze. He snatches your treasures and vanishes into the gloom. How do I deal with this? Alright, well... I will do that later. Wait, I might not be able to. Do I seriously have to go all the way back? Inventory. Yeah, he took my eggs. Nope, he vanishes and then you have to go through the maze to go and get it. Well, shit. What to do? What if I do this? Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to go backwards then. 'Cause I'm in the... So we'll go east. Passage here is blocked by a recent cave-in. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep going. This run might be borked. I think that can happen. But we shall see. Okay, we're back here. The eggs have been stolen immediately upon taking them north. There's no way to go in that direction. Wait. West? Okay, there. Um, Going north. You're at the end. You are at one end of an immense north-south passage. The way north is barred by a massive rusty iron door. Oil door. The oil has freed up the hinges so that the door will now move, although it requires some effort. North. You're in a magnificent cavern with a rushing stream, which cascades over a sparkling waterfall into a roaring whirlpool, which disappears through a hole in the floor. Passages exit to the south and west. There is a jewel-encrusted trident here. You're at the top of a steep incline above a large room. You would climb down here, but you would not be able to get to climb up. There's patches leading to the north. We are going down. You're in a large, low room. Crawls lead north, southeast, southwest. You're in a long, winding corridor sloping out of sight in both directions. You're in a one side. You are on one side of a large, deep chasm. A heavy white mist rising up from below obscures all view of the far side. Southwest path leads away from the chasm into a winding corridor. A rickety wooden bridge extends across the chasm, vanishing into the mist. A sign posted on the bridge reads, "Stop, pay troll." Burly troll stands by the bridge and insists you throw him a treasure before you may cross. Northeast? The troll refuses to let you cross. My run is fucked. Because I could get the eggs back. I don't know if I can get the trident back. Southwest, down, north, or get trident. I dropped it, so I wouldn't have to give it to the troll. But I would have given him the eggs here because I can get the eggs later. So I'm gonna have to see if I can get it. Whoops. Well, I have the trident. Well, there goes my run. Thanks, pirate. That was like the worst timing for you to show up. That is all RNG. I can't get a perfect score with this. Well, yep. I guess we're just gonna have to try this in VR then. I mean, I guess I could speed run up to this point, but I might as well just play the VR version. So yeah, recent, or I don't know how recent it was. What year did it come out? Colossal Cave Adventure 3D version. 2023. Released on everything. But yeah, if there's a non 3D version or a non VR version, obviously, but I want to play it in VR. So we're going to do that. And we're going to use the exact same instructions and find out if it's possible. Whoops, I'm not doing that. Have any new features, or is it also just like the screen? What do you mean? Well, it's not a it's not text based. It's actual 3D. The environment is based off of the text and everything. It even has the score system. So I assume using this walkthrough should work exactly, yeah, should work exactly like it's read here. You set that up. There is a chance that my computer will blue screen, so just know that that could happen. Yeah. I'm not. It's gonna look like you're looking through my left eye, but that's just, or is it? It's either left or right eye. So like, it'll look like a lot of the stuff is on the right side of the screen, but that's just how it is. I was trying to do it where you could see both, but it was just causing way too many problems. I'll probably try to do that if I could ever get a two PC setup for streaming, but that is not going to be the case for a long time. Because with streaming and the game, and then I was using like a settings on Steam VR where you can look at, like, it will show both eyes, but it was a separate screen, so I had three games basically on the screen, and my computer was not liking that. Hopefully that's the reason why I was getting blue screened, but I randomly got a blue screen yesterday, so okay, let's change the game to Colossal Cave. That's what it's called. Drop in the adventure. I believe it's also on YouTube's game titles. 2023 VR. So yeah, last thing we'll do today. See if we can actually beat the game with a perfect score. Don't need these up. As little screens as possible. Quit this, quit this. Just gonna have this up. Okay. So I won't be able to see chat, but I will peek out sometimes just to make sure no bots has entered this chat. Colossal Cave VR. Turn on my VR headset. Just have to be careful. If anything, before I pick up the eggs at least at this point, before I pick up the eggs, the pirate can come steal something. Because I could have gone back and gone to where the pirate hid the treasure. However, I couldn't go back because I climbed the beanstalk and I was not able to go back for some reason. So I might have gone the wrong direction, but I don't know. Yeah, so do I. Okay. So this is on. Launch the game. Please go properly. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can, like, never get the pirate. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I need to use my earbuds here because I won't be able to hear otherwise. I think the game just has to load before it'll show up. Move the mic back. There we go. The game suddenly freezes. I have blue screened. But it looks fine. It's not lagging. I'll be sure to check as I play to make sure that I'm not really lagging. I've had VR games lag like crazy, so still looking good. Seeing it. Game. First off, that's not showing, is it? Good. Yep. Okay. So full game, so we can try and go for the 350 points. No instructions because we'll lose 5 points. The problem is, like, one last warning: if you choose not to take it, the instructions, you will also have much less lamplight. Strategy should be used by those well-practiced players. I'm not, so we're just gonna wing it. One try. Try and read those instructions as quickly as possible. Sure, map it out, and then I have tested this, so let's clear out the map. My vision is a little blurry, so I need to wipe the lens.
You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully.
Lovely. Okay, 1 second. I need to wipe the lens. I can't see. I don't have the lantern right now, so it's... Yep, it's not. 1 second. Okay, sorry. I don't think I should be getting interrupted anymore. I'll go beyond my hour time limit because I feel like it. With this series, I'm allowed to bend the rules however I want. I am interested in this game, so looking good, not too laggy. Okay, we're not on a time limit right now because the lamp is not on. Tells us the directions, good. I can just pop up my desktop here to go see the directions. Feels a little stuttery. Hopefully that's not too bad on stream. It doesn't look like it. I apologize if it does lag. Okay, so backpack, menu, help, map. Okay, this is the button to change. So this is to look, this is to open. There's the 4 things. I believe I'm getting all.
There is a shiny brass lamp nearby.
So we're back west. Now we're going south all the way. Ugh. When I tested this, I wasn't feeling as vommy as I am right now, so I might change it to teleport movement. Hello, great. I believe it's backpack item. Use.
Unlock the grate. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west.
Let's keep area clean. I guess I could open up chat here. I can. Kind of. It's not too different. I am following the instructions basically the same, and it's going. So we're going west. Okay, I automatically duck. Luckily, I don't have to move too much in this game for this VR game because I'm playing in a very small room, a very small office. Okay, what am I doing? Looking for a cage. The directions are definitely not as simple as west, east. So you have to kind of make a general direction for yourself.
It's getting difficult to see in here.
Right, now we turn on.
Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit.
A little spooky in here. ZZ.
It says Zizzy.
Oh, Zizzy. Something down there, but we'll get it later. Not lagging, no. Uh-huh. We'll try. Bird. Hello, bird.
Wicker cage. You have captured the bird.
West and then down. Those eyeballs.
At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water, seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water.
What's up, bro? Um, I'll take that. Okay, bye. We won't get it up the steps. You won't get it up the steps, huh? Whatever that means. No wonder the dwarf is mad at me. I stole his nugget.
dwarf. Watch out!
You suck at throwing. Okay, so this seems to be not random, because I got this later, and in my testing, that happened in the exact same spot, so that must be at least the same. That, or they foregoed the random encounters. Maybe not the dwarfs attacking because you get the axe, but yeah. I got the nugget. We're just going north. Oh yeah, I can run. Yeah, I should definitely run. Because I don't know how long this lantern's going to last for.
You're in the Hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in 5 directions.
Yeah, I can hear that.
A huge green fierce snake bars the way.
Well, I have a bird. So get wrecked.
The little bird attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away.
Nice.
What large gold nugget.
I will take that back. And we're going to...
Dropping things you're carrying requires a nice, wide, flat place to put them.
Yeah, I thought... Is this not good enough?
Dropping things you're carrying requires a nice, wide, flat place to put them.
In my testing, I thought I was able to. There we go. It was in front of me, okay. Take that silver.
You hear the word
Plug.
It says Y2.
Now let's use some magic.
Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house.
Cool. All right, what am I dropping?
Bars of silver.
So yeah, these are the treasures that you're meant to get. That's like the... I mean, there is a story to the game, but though that's where most of your points come from. So the nugget cage and food.
What large gold nugget.
That's why you place them instead of just
Tasty food.
dropping them like this. Floor food.
Wicker cage. Wicker cave.
There we go. And then we plug right back.
You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Going south. That's west. A little stuttery, so I assume it's got stuttery on. Is it? It doesn't look bad. It's just stuttery for me, I guess. Just fine, I guess. Okay, we're going southwest.
You're in a secret canyon which runs east and west. It crosses over a very tight canyon 15 feet below. If you go down, you may not be able to get back up. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Bottle dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Get fucked. That better than the text-based first encounter. That shit took like 5, 6, 7 throws. Sup, bro? How you doing? I'm about to whoop your ass with this hand.
Green fierce dragon bars the way. Attack a dragon with your bare hands. Someone reckless would try that.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Congratulations. You just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it?
My carpet. Fuck you. Okay, we're going east. So back east. And down. How do I get down? Do I just drop here?
My goodness. That was a mighty fall.
Is that the funeral walk?
From your adventure. I might be able to help, but I've never really done this before. Do you want me to try and resurrect you? All right.
Sure.
But don't blame me if something goes wrong.
Well, that didn't work. Hey, all my stuff is still here. And in my backpack.
Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Okay. I don't have the rug, so I guess it's when you go back to the I guess your game saves when you go back to the well house. So how do I get down that this way? I assume. I have to get down somehow.
I'll just take all this booty and hide it away with me chest deep in the maze.
Well, there's the pirate. What did he even take? What did he take? What did I have here?
This lantern.
Well, I will just... Oh, did I have a rug on me? I guess. That's north, so we're not going that way, right? Yeah, we're going back east. When we get back to the plug room, I'll go and get my stuff back. Okay, let's see if this is the way down. Okay, there we go. Yep, there he is. At least he came early. Okay, yeah, I'll get that rug back later. I went down, so we're going north. What's up, bro?
You see a dwarf clearing away rocks.
Whoa.
You are in a room in which the walls resemble Swiss cheese. Obvious passages go west, east, south, northeast, and northwest. Part of the room is occupied by a large bedrock block.
At least they're big holes, because this could be a tryptophobia nightmare. Okay, we're going west.
You're at the east end of a two-pit room. The floor here is littered with thin rock slabs, which make it easy to descend the pits. There is a path bypassing the pits to connect passages from the east and the west. There are holes all over, but there is a big one on the wall directly over the west pit, too high to reach.
The music's lovely.
There is a tiny little plant in the pit, murmuring, "Water, water, bottle of water." The plant spurts into furious growth for a few seconds. Water. Water.
Back this way. Northwest, this way. think we're in the Oriental room.
The Orient Room.
Or the Orient.
Asian cave drawings cover the walls. A gently sloping passage leads upwards to the north, another passage leads southeast, and a hands and knees crawl leads west.
And this is where I drop everything.
Empty bottle. You are in an
Yeah.
You are in an alcove.
I skipped that, but
Dwarf's
yeah.
axe. Brass lantern. It's very narrow, but try it. You may be able to squeeze through.
Guess I wouldn't be able to if I had stuff in my inventory.
You
The
hear the
heck
call
is
of a
that?
plover.
Interesting.
It's very narrow, but try it. You may be able to squeeze through. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed.
Don't know if I have to dodge it.
You have attacked a little dwarf, but he has dodged out of the way.
So is he still here? Possibly. Just kind of left. All right, bye. Yeah, no kidding. So that's northeast. This way? Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah. That's
Velvet pillow.
yeah. Velvet pillow.
Floor and bed quilt. A long east-west passage with holes everywhere.
So, north, northwest, northeast, east? That's southeast. This way? I can go up from here. So this must be right. This way. There's a ladder going up there. So we're going here. Can I save? I can. Let's do that. Oh, we're back here. Which is perfect. That's what I'm doing right now. Yes.
Clue.
Oh, I could summon the...
Clue.
Interesting.
You feel a strange pulling sensation.
So I can summon the bird. I think.
You're back in the well house.
Let me see here.
You hear the call of a plover.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. That's what that is. Am I dropping everything? Yeah.
Velvet pillow.
Or at least this.
Egg-sized emerald. Velvet pillow.
So wait, what am I dropping? Pillow, rug, vase, and I have to go get the rug.
Velvet pillow. Ming vase. Egg-sized emerald.
Okay, what's the deal with hold on. Okay. Um
Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
so from here go south.
a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Little shit. South. South. So this way? Grab that stuff. West. So this way. Guessing this is where I have to go, hopefully. And then east.
You're at the west end of the Hall of Mists. A low, wide
Yeah.
hall continues west, and another to the north. To the south, you spy a little passage up off the floor. You see a
Going up
stone
here?
ladder. You're in a dead end. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike.
Hmm. Actually, don't I have a map? I started from here. Um, do I go through this? That was south. Well, I guess I'm just exploring because instructions unclear. Where is my treasure? Probably changed. It's my rug? Here it is.
A Persian rug. The pirate's treasure chest is here.
Give me that.
Treasure chest. Nothing happens.
Alright, now to get all the way back. Hopefully this guy doesn't bother me anymore. I don't know if he can. So which way? Okay, finally.
That won't work here. That is useless right now.
Well, how do I get down then? Thank you. Where am I? There. Think I have to go this way? Where the hell am I? Uh, that doesn't seem correct. I should have went east. Forward. Here we are. Golly. Going north.
Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house.
Okay. Where were we? The rug.
Dwarf Persian rug.
Oh, there it is.
Treasure
Guess I'll drop this off too. Place. Get some water.
Empty bottle. Your bottle is now full.
That doesn't look full.
Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Okay, where were we? Shoot. I forgot to grab something.
Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house.
There we go.
Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. Clue. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're in the plover room.
Moving on. Going northeast. So I assume that way? Is there any other northeast direction? Doesn't look like it. Congratulations on bringing light into this dark room.
It says, congratulations on bringing light into the dark room. You hear the call of a plover. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Got this pyramid off.
You're back in the well house. Platinum pyramid. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Okay. I need those back, right? Yeah. We're gonna go down.
You're in a dirty, broken passage. To the east is a crawl. To the west is a large passage. Above, you see a hole to another passage.
Oh, we're back here. With more water so we can make this even higher.
Bottle of water. The plant grows explosively, almost filling the bottom of the pit.
Okay. We're not climbing that yet, right? No. We're going east. Down here, got oil.
Empty bottle. Your bottle is now full of oil.
We're almost back where we started. Or where we left off in the text adventure version. Okay, I'm looking for eggs.
You're in the giant room. The ceiling is too high to see with your lamp. Cavernous passages lead east, north, and south. It says fee, fi, fo, foo.
Okay, I have my eggs. No pirates to take them from me.
bottle of oil. The oil has freed up the hinges so that the door will now open. The way north leads through a massive iron door. You are in a magnificent cavern. There is a rushing stream that cascades as a sparkling waterfall into a roaring whirlpool, which drains through a hole in the floor.
It's this trident.
There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have attacked a little dwarf, but he has dodged out of the way.
Okay. Isn't there supposed to be a trident? Or do I need to go north from here? Like this way?
You see a steep slope. It looks like you can slide down it.
That doesn't look right. I don't remember any slopes.
There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Used oil door. North. Trident. Down there. So how do I get down here safely? There? Okay, what now? West. So now through that passage, right? Then it says down. So we're sliding down that. Okay, there we go.
You see a steep slope. It looks like you can slide down it.
Whee! Okay, so now temporarily drop the trident. And then we're going to go southwest.
You're on one side of a large, deep chasm. A white mist rises up from below to obscure much of the far side. A southwest path leads away from the chasm into a winding corridor. The troll steps out from beneath the bridge and blocks your way.
No one treads on my bridge without payment.
Okay.
Golden eggs.
There we go. Now we're in new territory. But in 3D. Let's save. Guess we continue this way. Don't think that's where I'm supposed to go. This way? Whoa. Holy. Um, supposed to- southeast then? So I'm supposed to go down somewhere. Yeah, this seems right.
The bear is locked to the floor with a golden chain. Taste
Okay.
the food.
Here you go.
The The bear eagerly wolfs down your food, after which he seems to calm down considerably, and even becomes rather friendly.
Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna lock your chains now.
Set of keys.
There you go. Have a good one. Oh, I can get you.
There's a friendly bear wandering about nearby.
Wait, are you just following me?
There is a friendly bear wandering about nearby. There is a friendly bear wandering about nearby.
Anyways. See ya.
You're being followed by a very large tame bear.
Oh, okay. Cool. Follow me, bear.
The bear avoids the heat of the warm walls.
Okay, see you in a bit. Now we'll pick those up. Go this way.
The troll steps out from beneath the bridge and blocks your way.
Oh, do you? Good bear. Following me still? Yep.
My goodness, that was a mighty fall. Oh dear, you seem to have been ousted. Okay.
That's why it was said to drop the bear. Interesting. Load this. I'll have to do all of that again, but that's okay.
Tasty food. The bear eagerly wolfs down your food, after which he seems to calm down considerably, and even becomes rather friendly. Set of keys. The chain is... Set of keys. There is a friendly bear wandering about nearby.
Come with me, bear.
The friendly bear is following you.
Just go get the spices first.
The bear avoids the heat of the warm walls. That's a big bear. Not much you can do. The troll steps out from beneath the bridge and blocks your way.
All right, let me save. Now, how do I stop
The
you?
bear is mildly hurt by your rejection. He wanders away dejectedly.
Sorry, sir. You will break this bridge, and we will plummet. I'll miss him.
There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
I'm sure I have to dodge it, right? Well, we'll see if I ever get struck by it. Okay. Okay, we're going back for the trident. Southeast. This way? Yeah. Back here. Okay. Let's drop these keys. Don't need that no more.
Spelunker today.
Hmm. All right, then.
Oh my. What was that?
Wits End, huh?
Spelunker today.
Just drop that. Got an extra point.
You You've crawled around in some little holes and found your way blocked by a recent cave-in. You're now back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some...
Okay.
Don't give up. Keep trying. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up... You've crawled around in some little holes. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back... You managed to escape Wit's End. This is an old coral passage. It's now blocked by debris. There is an enormous clam here. Its shell is tightly... Jeweled trident. The jeweled trident magically opens the clam. A glistening pearl falls out and rolls away. Goodness, this is really an oyster. But whatever it is now snapped shut. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house.
Okay.
Jeweled trident. Miraculous golden chain. Rare spices. Glistening pearl.
Nice collection I got here.
Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. Don't give up. Keep trying.
Oh, this way. Am I going up this beanstalk?
There
Yeah.
is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. Dwarf's axe. You have attacked a little dwarf, but he is dodged out of the way. There is a gigantic beanstalk stretching all the way up to the hole.
All right, so apparently I could do this.
Fee, fi, fo, foo. Fee, fi, fo, foo. The nest is full of golden eggs.
There we go.
Dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Get him out of here. And I'll take those. here. Uh, okay, I'm dropping the eggs off.
Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Golden eggs. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Now we're gonna get this jewelry.
There is precious jewelry here.
Picking these up. Yep. Well, I'm not close enough. Go away. Guessing I'm going this west again. So west, west, east, east. Yep. Drop off this stuff now. Right?
Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Several diamonds. rare coins, precious jewelry, Plue, Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Back to the pirate's den.
You're back in the Y2 room.
Cave closing soon. All adventurers exit immediately through main office.
What? Okay. Interesting. Just going to follow the map south. Because the instructions don't seem correct. Should have gone east instead. I guess we'll go north. South. 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 Yeah, south. North. East. I mean, I don't have to go back here, but just to... Yeah, and this is where I'd get everything. There isn't anything I missed, right? No. Got my trident and the chest. Hmm. What's here? Dead end. So I guess we will go down. Not there, but down here. No? Guess I'll go west. And down. Trying to get to the Orange River Chamber. Uh, there's two other downs, right? Down goes here. That's all of this. That all leads to nothing. So I'll go down here and there. So west. That goes down to there. East. What are the point of these? East. East again. This looks promising. There we go. Huh. This led to nothing. Well, that was worthless. I guess I never checked out what north and west went.
The cave is now closed.
Wait, what does that mean?
You're at the northeast end of a large room, appearing to be a repository for the adventure tour. The room is bathed in a bleak yellow light. On one side, you see dwarves sleeping on the floor, snoring loudly. An immense mirror hangs against one wall and stretches to the other end of the room. Various sundry objects can be dimly glimpsed at the distance.
What the hell is this? Not even a map.
An errant rock. Could be a tripping hazard. Sorry, it is locked.
So, did I run out of time? Huh.
It says treasure vault. Keys in main office. Sorry, it is locked. Nothing happens. You're at the southwest end of the repository. A vast mirror stretches off to the northeast. Nearby, you see a large steel grate.
Okay.
Small rock. Small rock. There's nothing to do with it here. Small rock. Nothing happens. Black rod. Black rod with rusty marks on the end. There is a loud explosion, and a 20-foot hole appears in the far wall, burying the snakes in the rubble. A river of molten lava pours in through the hole, destroying everything in its path, including you.
Game over. Huh. Okay, so there is a so there's a time limit. I got close. I got pretty darn close. Shoot. Man. I was so close. Oh well. That was quite enjoyable, actually. I had fun with that. Basically, except for maybe the Pirate's Den, the directions were basically the same. Pirate's Den really was the only one because in the Pirate's Den it's like south, east, south, north, get all. That's definitely not what it's like in the the one in game. And how do you get to the Orange River Chamber? No idea. Unless that was the Orange River Chamber? I have no idea. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's going to be it for the first part of this large journey in the stream. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed. If you like Twitch more, you can follow me there. Hope everybody has a lovely rest of the day, and I will see you next stream. God bless.